guys, I'm going to begin. I'm going to talk to you guys about getting our youth, specifically teenagers, more involved in knowing what's going on in the world. So getting our youth the updates. So I'm going to begin with a quote like I always do. This is from Plato. Ignorance is the root and stem of all evil. Now when I first, this is such a generic quote, you know, like when I first read it, I'm like, okay, what does this mean? But ignorance is basically allowing someone to take advantage of or take control of your lack of knowledge. You're letting someone take control of something that you could possibly take control of yourself, and that's like the worst thing that you could do. Knowledge is everything. So I'm going to talk to you guys today about. Okay, so teenagers, when we walk into our parents' room, and we see them watching the news, how many of us just walk away? We're like, okay, they're watching the news. I don't want to see this right now. We all do. Everyone raise their hands. We're all guilty of it in some way. It's really tragic to see that no one is really, interested in what's going on in the world. We have so much going on that none of us know about. When I was starting 5th grade, I always watched the news in the morning, not just for the traffic, but just to see what's going on, not in just the community, but the state, the country, the world. It's important to have this. I have a CNN app on my phone. Every morning I wake up, I'm knowledgeable of what's going on to some extent. And that's what I want to get you guys to understand. So, like I said, I'm talking specifically about teenagers. This is going to be the high school students group. And I propose that we make it mandatory for high school schools to broadcast morning news every 15 minutes every day. So students are required to watch the news before lessons. First, I'm going to talk to you about the problem. Like, why is this such a problem that no one, for the most part, is interested in knowing what's going on out there? I'm going to deconstruct the factors of why this happened, and lastly, I'm going to give a realistic solution to how to fix this problem. All right, so the problem. So I've experienced so many people who do not know what the Baltimore riots are, who wasn't aware of the terrorist bombs. I met so many people who had no idea what was going on. People do not know about the wars, terrorism, elections, anything. A lot of people our age just aren't aware. I mean, we're college students, but a lot of us aren't maybe taking our education as seriously, and it's really tragic. According to Jay Easley's web article, Young Viewers Avoid Fox News Like the Plague, last update 2014, there was a 90% decrease in the viewers who watched the 2012 presidential election. That's in comparison to the 2008 election. So that's a decrease. We're growing up, we need to know who's going to be our president, who's going to represent us. So that was the 19% decrease. And also, according to Jay Micheletta, who wrote Lazy and Aware in 2012, basically we're called the Z generation. So what's the Z generation? It's between the ages who were born from 1996 to 2004. Yeah, 2004. So basically we're quick. We can multitask. These are the positive things about us. This is all of us. We're quick, we can multitask, we're savvy with electronics, but we're short-minded. We can't stay focused for long. We're very distracted easily. And I'm gonna talk about that more in the causes about social media. But basically, we're the Z generation, and we're apathetic. We don't care about what's going on in our world. And it's really sad to see that these qualities are growing. So I've deconstructed the problems of what a lack of knowledge consists of. And now I'm going to talk to you about why they happen in the first place. Oh wait, let's get this back. This is a poll in 2011. It says between the ages of 16 and 24, so this is us, 40% are completely not interested in politics. That's really big. And we have so many ways to be involved, but 40% don't even take that involvement seriously. So the causes, social media is number one. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, anything distracts us. It pulls us away from the important things in life. According to Julianne Howard, who wrote a periodical called Turn Off, Tune Out, and Unlike, social media is a drug to us now. We are addicted to social media. So what's the qualities of an addiction? You can't live without it. You urinate. You can't be without it for more than a few minutes. And this is what social media has done to us. It's our drug. And it's really getting in the way of how we communicate with others, like the elders, not our population basically, but it's a real problem, and social media is definitely number one. Number two is also how we were raised, how our family, like what goes on in the household. If you see your family watching the news, and if you're accustomed to that like me, you're going to be more involved, more intrigued with what's going on, rather than the family who just doesn't watch the news together, just doesn't enforce that, to listen to the news on the radio, watch it in the morning. This is obviously a family watching TV, and I picked this photo because it's obviously old school, but that proves, like this isn't now. A newspaper in our hand, I mean, this isn't what we see anymore. And this is the reason why this problem is so huge. So I've talked to you about the causes of why this problem existed. Now let's talk about a realistic way to solve it. So like I said previously, I believe just 15 minutes every morning could really it could really change it. I know it might sound minuscule, but 15 minutes each day can allow you to have a better understanding of what's going on in your neighborhood, what's going on in Africa. There's so many things that can benefit just being forced to watch the morning news. Maybe you can't watch it at home, maybe you don't have a TV, but schools should be mandatory in giving this opportunity. The benefits are endless. When you know what's going on in the world, you know, oh, I wanna fix that. That's what I want my career to be. It really does like transfer on. It's like a domino effect. You know what you hear. Maybe you don't like what you hear. You want to fix it. You're more connected with the events that go on. If you don't like something, that you make an organization. You do something to fix it, and you just make a more cohesive society, just more intertwined and interlinked. So I've talked to you about the problems of this. I talked about the problem of not being knowledgeable, not knowing the news. I've talked to you why this is like this, why are we molded this way, and I talked to you about the realistic solution. So being knowledgeable about the events that are occurring in the world is vital to how we can construct a connected and cohesive society. So as Kim Possible says, when Wayne is her, she's like, what's the sitch? What's going on in the world? How can I help? What can I fix it? So this is what we should be asking ourselves. What's the sitch? That's it.